Banished from Earth, classic game room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Are you writing checks your body can't cash? If so, prepare for a direct deposit of fun because it's classic game room time, and this is the review of Top Gun: Fire at Will. Anyone see an aircraft carrier around here? No, but I see the USS Truxton on Truxton. Zone of danger! Kenny Loggins! Yeah!
You sure did use your head out there, Maverick. Good flying.
Right, I don't remember that scene from the movie. It's Top Gun: Fire at Will from 1996 on your Sony PlayStation from the fine folks at Spectrum Holobyte. But more importantly, James Tolkan reprises his role. There's nothing better than big actors on cheap cardboard sets. I love it.
Are up against the best. You two characters are going to Top Gun.
Look me right in the eye, James. Right in the eyes. Stare at the camera. Look at the camera. What was that Call of Duty they had not too long ago where Kevin Spacey was like digitized and put in the game? That sucks. They should have had Kevin Spacey on a cheap cardboard set. That always wins.
My radio went dead. Give me an update.
A Hawkeye spotted.
And it only gets better when there's a bunch of no-name actors surrounding the big actor. Because you know in between takes they're like, I hate my manager. I was in Back to the Future. Well, James does a fine job. I mean, he plays the same role in every movie, and the rest of the actors are terrible, which is fantastic.
Thanks for the trophy, Mav. You're a real prince.
More games need to go back to live-action 1990s-style cutscenes. They make everything better, even a mediocre flying game like this.
Bay, Cuba, we now go to Amanda Moore.
More bad acting, bring it.
Camp David for an emergency meeting.
You know, another problem here with this game is that whatever international crisis they've conjured up for the plot is like Candyland compared to what we have today. But there is a Jar Jar Binks level offense in here. They replaced Kenny Loggins with someone not Kenny Loggins. How dare you?
Roger, we'll see you on deck. Cougar, we gotta land this plane.
How dare they insult the good music of Kenny Loggins? How much more would it have cost to just license the real song? I mean, we're not talking about the Beatles here. This is Kenny Loggins, who is, by the way, better than the Beatles. Did the Beatles sing the Footloose song? No, I win. When it's time for the classic game room song to be rewritten and re-recorded, there's two people I'm going to: Kenny Loggins and Huey Lewis. So I'm about 3 minutes into this review and really haven't said much about the game because it's basically Ace Combat but not as good. So there you go. That pretty much covers it, but I'll go a little bit more in depth here.
Rolling. 3, 2, 1.
To be fair, Top Gun: Fire at Will isn't bad considering it's an early PlayStation title, one of the tall boxes. You don't see them very often. Instead of the afterburner shooter on rails style gameplay, you can fly pretty much wherever you want to go. So it's a lot like the early Ace Combat games. But it does lose a bit of what made Top Gun the video game Top Gun the video game. Top Gun on the NES was fast and ferocious. Top Gun here on the PlayStation gets old after a while. It's a long game with quite a bit of repetition. The cutscenes really do help keep the game alive. They give you something to fight for because otherwise you always end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. Shooting down a bunch of air targets, usually with your machine guns unless you can get a few of them at long range with your missiles. Occasionally there's some ground targets shooting at you as well. You can blow them up fairly easily. But for the most part, there's a lot of dogfighting, flying in circles, and just trying to gun down your opponents. This may have seemed pretty cool back in the day because it looks nice, it does play fairly well, the controls aren't bad at all, and the cutscenes are fabulous, but there's not enough level variety and interaction within the levels to make it exciting. Some more chatter or plot within the game would have been good. Some more interesting objectives would have been nice. How about some more level variety and enemy variety? Basically, this game just wants to be Ace Combat, or I want it to be Ace Combat, but so do you. And while it may not be fair to compare the two, it's impossible not to after having played all of them. Ace Combat shows how to do the gameplay right, but this game could show Ace Combat a thing or two about awesome cutscenes.
Maybe he was from way west, like Pluto. Come on, Merlin, everybody's got a split ass.
It was the way he did it.
The way?
Yeah!
The filmmakers were clearly trying to recreate elements of Top Gun, failing miserably, and it's hilarious because of it. My guess is they knew that too and had fun. That's part of what makes video game cutscenes from the 90s so good. And I'm not joking. It's not like a ha-ha, I like 90s video game cutscenes. I really love them. I still have a thing for Major Joanne Vargas from Crusader No Remorse. Google that and you'll agree. There's a couple other things I like about Top Gun Fire at Will. One, you can nuke your enemies, always handy in combat. And two, there's a convenient password save system as well as memory card saving on your PlayStation. It's the future. You can also get this for PC. And I've got a classic game room. Shout out and thank you to send to Vance from Waterloo, Iowa. Thank you for sending Top Gun Fire at Will to the show.
Maverick, pull up.
Vance, I'm in between maps, but I'll get you up there on the next one. It's Top Gun Fire at Will, an amazing collection of 90s full motion video with some video game thrown in there as well.
The Top Gun trophy goes to Maverick. Very good. Congratulations, you're now among the finest aviators in the Navy.